If you notice, the engineers that we have, the fundamental researchers that we have, the big leaders that we have, the big thinkers that we have, all put together do not account for 1% of the world population. The big thinkers, the big leaders, the ones who make things happen, the ones who influence. What is it about them that is different and can we learn from them? If you're planning to be a great achiever, if you're really planning to do something well in life, the first thing that comes to mind is something that happened to me in Palestine. The company for which I work has done work in 65 countries. It was started in a place called Delhi, and we've gone from place to place sharing our knowledge. Working in Palestine was one tough month that it was. I thought I would just collapse over there. It was so tough, so difficult to be with the people. There was pain, there was agony, there was amazing intelligence, and I was wondering how I was going to contribute. It's not easy to stand in front of you and talk. I speak for more than 260 days of my year, forum to forum, sharing. But every time I stand up, I ask myself this question: what are you going to contribute today? People have come here, they've invested their lives. What are you going to contribute today? Remember the stories? Yeah, you remember them? These are the stories that I'll still. But what was he doing in Samoa? Way beyond New Zealand, on the dotted islands over there, on the international dateline. What was he doing in Samoa? He was 38 years of age. He was diagnosed with having tuberculosis. Doctors gave him 6 months more to live. He had a wife who was 48 years of age. She was American. This was middle 1800s. And he knew that he had only 6 months more to live. So he said, I'm going to live well in the next 6 months. So he took a ship, went past Africa, went past Ceylon those days, went past Australia, went past New Zealand and came to this dotted islands called Samoa. When he landed over there, to his horror, to his surprise, this man with tuberculosis got on from the ship and he discovered that the people in Samoa were cannibals. You would have died back home in Scotland. Why come all the way to Samoa to die? And to be eaten and died to cannibals. You know what R.L. Stevenson did? He made friends with the chieftain of the village, bought 138 acres of land, built a huge house, celebrated his life, lived for 4 years and wrote 6 new books. The third thing that my teacher gave me was, first was vision, second are moments of truth, third one was perseverance. Just don't give up. In behavioral sciences, we say something like this: there is no such thing called failure in life. There is something called absence of perseverance. I was doing this workshop in a place called Iran, and this man was saying, hey, there was a man who came from Italy, and his name was Christopher Columbus. I thought he came from Spain. I thought he came from Portugal. Actually, he came from Italy. He was sponsored by the King and Queen of Spain to discover something. You know what he wanted to discover? Any idea? I got it wrong, just like you. He wanted to reach the east by going west. And he thought he discovered India. He wanted to reach the east by going west. So he was given a ship 60 feet long. The name of the ship was Santa Maria. You know what kind of people were given to row the boat? They were criminals condemned to die. Do you know something? Every day there was a mutiny in the ship. What's a mutiny? Mutinies are people who are not supposed to revolt. Every day he sat down, resolved his issues, went back to his cabin, lit his candlestick, opened his diary, and he wrote only one line every day. The one line was, today we moved west. Sir, are you trying to tell me that he did not have difficulties? He didn't have problems? He had high seas on the way, he had rough seas on the way, he had pirates on the way, he had rocks on the way, he still broke through. The third one that I leave you with is, if you're looking at achievement, if you're looking at great careers, if you're really looking at pushing forward, the third one is perseverance, tenacity, doggedness. Actually, there are 10, but I'm just going to tell you four. The fourth one, you're unlikely to guess this one. A man called Ovid, Prince of Cyprus. He wrote this amazing book called Metamorphosis. What does metamorphosis mean? Any idea? It means absolute change, complete change. Chapter number 10. He talks about a man, a sculptor, and the name of the sculptor was Pygmalion. Pygmalion came to Ascent group, came to Help Foundation, and said, get me the best of ivory that is there. Get me the best, don't give me average ivory, the best of ivory. Pygmalion sat down, chisel. And after chiseling many days, came out, behold, a beautiful statue. The statue was so beautiful, that he fell in love with the statue. And he prayed, can you give life to the statue? The wind blew, and the statue came to life. And he called this statue Galatia. And he married this girl called Galatia. Now George Bernard Shaw said, hey, you can't be talking like this. People will not understand if you talk like this. And he rewrote the book. It was my class 10 book. It was called Pygmalion. It was shot as a movie called My Fair Lady. There were three characters. Professor Higgins, Eliza Doolittle, and Colonel Pickering. Listen carefully. Professor Higgins said, I'm going to make a duchess out of this lady. He walked into the street and picked up a normal person. And I said, I'm going to teach her how to walk, how to sit, how to talk, how to eat, and I'll make a duchess out of her. So he went on left, right, turn, stop, left, right, turn, stop. At that point of time, a man called Colonel Pickering came into her life and came and touched her. And something wonderful happened to Eliza Doolittle. Eliza Doolittle goes back to Professor Higgins and says, Sir, the difference between a flower girl is not the way she behaves, but the way she is treated. You treat me like a flower girl, and a flower girl will I be. Colonel Pickering treats me like a duchess, and a duchess will I be. The four things that my teacher gave me. Number one was, what do you want to do in your life, Anand? Is it aligned to the desires of your heart? Number two, your whole life from here to where you want to reach are small moments of truth. What do you do with it? The third one is persevere, don't give up. The fourth one is actually finding partners who can actually make you realize that you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're precious. Don't chicken, move forward. Don't chicken, move forward. Don't chicken, get closer. Thank you very much.
After a great motivational lecture by Mr. Anand, I find it a little difficult to express my ideas because I think we needed Mr. Anand earlier this year so that he could motivate the aspiring students and scholars. Anyway, better late than never. But I think that we should engage him, and so that he instills that sense of optimism among our young people.
लड़कों को लड़कियों को यहाँ पे देख के लगता है कि हम कुछ कर पाएंगे अगर के लेक्चरबाजी जो है हम कम करें। आज एक दिन के वर्कशॉप में आधा दिन तो हमने आपके इनॉग्रेशन पे ही ले लिया है और मां सिवाय डेविड आनंद साहब के मुझे नहीं लगता है आपने हम में से किसी से कोई ऐसी बात सुनी होगी जिससे कि आपके करियर में आपको कोई बड़ा फायदा पहुंचने वाला है। हम लोगों ने तो अपनी बातें की।